And we're live.
We're live. It's so cool.
I know.
Man, we are here at the spring rally at the Harley Davidson on the south end.
We need to go this way a little bit. Move your shoulder.
Man.
Just move your shoulder just slightly.
Listen to him.
We got a QR code here.
Trying to show the QR
There
back
you
here.
go. In case you
Shoving
scan
me
it
over.
really, really quick. No, I'm just kidding. I was kidding. Come back. Get comfortable.
No, I'm here now, Justin. It's too late. So, we are here. It is a beautiful day. Yesterday was kind of crappy, but...
Oh, it's awesome today. It is hot. The bikes are out live from Myrtle Beach, Harley Davidson.
Yes. So we're here all week long. We've got a booth here at Harley Davidson. We have a booth down at Beaver Bar. We're here 9 to 6 every day, and it's popping.
Yeah. So we want to go live and just kind of say, hey, what's going on? Because some people couldn't make it this year. But, hey, this crowd is huge. We had a little issue. I don't know if you talked about this the other day about all the vendors that couldn't find places from last year.
No, I didn't know about this. What happened?
Yeah, so there's no vendors on the north end, so everybody had to cram in here at Harley, down at the Beaver Bar where we're at, and then a couple other places.
Talking about vendor-wise?
Yeah.
Had to cram in?
Which is really cool, but it's pushing all the crowd down here. Nothing on the north end this year unless you go all the way to Charlotte Harley Davidson.
You know, I'm curious what happened with that because I know previous years Barefoot Landing had a really great setup there. We were vendors there, and that was awesome. And then I think Barefoot got bought out, and so they were like, they did away with that. And then there was rumors of that group going to the Myrtle Beach Mall up by Bass Pro Shop. So I think a lot of vendors thought it was happening there, and then I'm not sure what happened with that.
The word on the street was they couldn't get permits in time. So, but a lot of people came from out of town, and they're sitting here, towing stuff from New Jersey, right? And no place to go. What a nightmare. But hey, we're having fun. They're all set up. They found a place.
Yeah.
Some people are just on the side of the road. So
we're glad you're here, though.
Yeah.
I love when vendors from out of town come in because it's just like you get stuff from all over the place, unique things. And what I love about the vendors too is when they can do stuff like on the spot. Do the patches on the spot, do your sound system on the spot. That's really fun to watch.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, these guys are working the circuit. They're doing Daytona. They're doing Myrtle Beach. They'll go up and do Laconia, and then they head out to Sturgis. And so they're working all the events all throughout the year. And you'll see some of the same vendors at all these different places we go to.
However, cool. I want to make sure people know that the lovely law firm is local to Myrtle Beach.
That's right.
People always come over to the booth, and they're like, so where are you out of? And we're like, hello, homie. We represent Myrtle Beach. We're here. This is who you want because we know this area like nobody else.
Yeah, well, there's a whole series of people who have these biker brands and they follow the circuit and they're not local at all. We're local. We're here in Myrtle Beach. We're raising our kids here. I'm coaching your kids in flag football at the YMCA. We know the local shops here and we're ingrained here. So of course, if you want to choose, hopefully you never need me. We always say that, but if you ever do, you want to choose local because we know the local players and how to get the most compensation if you have an issue on your motorcycle. Yeah,
and it goes so far beyond that because if something happens while you're here having a good time, of course, again, we don't want anything to happen to you guys, but every rally, it's just horrible, the stats that come out with bikers that go down. Even just today, there's already reports of multiple bikers that have gone down. Absolutely terrible. So you really need an attorney who knows the roads, knows the law enforcement, knows the laws, knows the places, knows the bars, all the things to really be able to help you out in that time of distress.
Yeah, and it's a fun time for everybody to come down here, but it's also it's bittersweet because things like that happen. These disasters happen. It's just it's a function of we've been growing. Myrtle Beach is huge, a huge tourist destination. Yep. Everybody's vacations are getting started. They're coming down here early for the holidays. Not just motorcyclists, but cars. We have our festivals going on, and it's just a bad mix with more traffic on the roads. And unfortunately, people get clipped at night and they fall. And we had a wreck today in the middle of the day.
Yep.
So that's why we try to do these, get the word out, and just teach safety first, right? Because accidents do happen, and we hope bikers can be prepared.
Yeah, and especially bikers, if you are on Highway 501, Highway 544, Highway 17, Highway 31, these highways are dangerous. They're congested. People do not see bikes. They're not looking for bikes. One happened right in front of my house today on 544. 2 bikes were hit. A car pulled right in front of them. I mean, it was the SUV's fault. I mean, didn't even see these bikers. Pulled right in front of them, killed one, injured the other. So
sad. Well, the issue is like your brain's not you're not trained to see a motorcycle, right? And so if you're riding alone or even just riding in pairs, it's very difficult for people to see you. Even if they are looking both ways, their brain just won't pick it up because they're trained to see cars, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's why we always tell people when you're down here at the rally, driving a pack as much as you can, so you'll have a chance. Because you're right, things happen. That was in the middle of the day, daytime. So it's very sad. And that person was probably another tourist, came down here, just didn't know the roads.
Yep.
Took a left or took a right, however it went, and clipped that rider, and they went down. So
terrible.
Sad.
Absolutely terrible. And this is the thing. I mean, my husband rides, and this is his first rally that he's allowed to ride. So I'm stressing out. But, I always tell him, like, please be safe. Please be careful. I'm always freaking out every time he leaves the house. And he's always like, oh, I'm being careful. I got all the safety precautions. I've got, I'm looking here, I'm looking there. And while we want to do that every time, sometimes it's not your fault, right? The car doesn't see you. You could be doing everything perfect and still get hit. So we want to encourage everybody, again, every day, make sure that you are being as safe as possible. You're really being overly aware of the vehicles that are around you, and you're kind of anticipating what they're going to do and staying a far distance away from them.
Defensive riding.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
You have to be. And I know Rose was the most safest guy I know who's on a motorcycle, so...
Well, he has to hear me all the time, so, he's trying to keep me happy.
Our message is ringing through to him, I hope.
That's right. Which, we were live. We did a podcast on Monday. We've been trying to do these podcasts all day, or not all day, every day while we're out here. Yesterday we missed it because of the weather, but we'll be here doing these podcasts live, 2 p.m. every day for Bike Week. On Monday, we had Associate Attorney Sarah Austin on, and we spent a lot of time talking about safety. So I won't go into detail about all the safety, but I do think every day we should touch on just a couple of those tips for being safe while you're driving.
Absolutely. Before we do that, let's do some housekeeping. So tomorrow you got Sarah again, Sarah and Rainey. Okay, before I forget to tell her this. Some people like Sarah more than me. I think she looks better than me.
Sarah's a good explainer,
I've got to go to, I'm doing it by Zoom, a virtual, I'm teaching other lawyers stuff about motorcycles, by the way, so I can't be down here tomorrow.
Did we introduce you today? I mean, everybody knows who you are, but...
No, but go ahead. We'll do things in reverse.
Myrtle Beach biker lawyer extraordinaire, Justin Lovely, attorney, managing partner, all the things.
There we go. This week, I'm taking it loose, hanging under the radar here. But Friday, we got Chris Best, Biker Dad. He's coming down. He flies in Thursday night. We're going live on Fox Friday morning. He'll be here Friday afternoon. And then Saturday, I think he's going to be here Saturday too. But if not, I'll be back here. So
that's awesome. So if you guys don't know who Biker Dad is, which, most people do at this point, he has a show called Biker Dad, but his name is Chris Best. He travels the nation riding around, just showcasing bikes, vendors, people with cool stories, bike groups, just kind of goes around, and he has a show that runs locally. It's on Fox on the weekends. But he will be here kind of featuring folks and featuring the lovely law firm as well. Yep.
He'll touch base with, some local shops that we have relationships with. He'll come down here and do some content with the Harley dealerships. Of course, he'll be down at the Beaver Bar, hitting all the hot spots. So it should be fun.
Yep. So can we talk about safety now?
Safety. Okay, there we go. That's enough.
All right, Justin, give me your top 5 safety tips.
Top 5. I can definitely say more than that. Number one. Well, let's say during Bike Week. One, and we kind of touched on that earlier, is you have to drive defensively. All right, don't make any assumptions. Don't think it's time to come on vacation and just play. You have to ride defensively, because just like I said, we've got 200,000 extra people down here at the beach. You've got cars coming down here along with them. You got trailers being pulled, and they're just not going to see you. So number one, drive defensively. Second thing, I've mentioned this as well, ride in a pack. If you came with a group, try to ride with a group. If you don't have a group, get on the Myrtle Beach Harley Davidson website. And I think you mentioned all the different rides that are happening this week. Get out and join a group and ride together. People are all welcoming here, and try to stay together the rest of the week. That'd be what's best for you.
And explain why that is, Justin. Why should they ride in groups?
Well, again, so if you're riding by yourself, it's kind of different this week because there's more motorcycles on the road. But if you're by yourself, a driver of a vehicle, let's say they're driving an SUV and they're not used to seeing motorcycles on the road, their brain is not transformed or programmed to see you when they're driving and just operating their car. So they're more likely to pull out and hit you, more likely to just not see you because their brain's not processing that. That's not a vehicle coming. That's a two-wheel motorcycle.
Yep.
Now, when you're in a pack, it's louder. You're usually 4 to 6 people, right? You're taking up the whole lane. And so their brain will process that as a large moving object coming towards their vehicle. So definitely makes it more safer if you're riding in the pack. You're easier to see.
Yeah.
Easier to see and to hear.
Yep. No, that makes sense. All right, number 3.
Stay away from the alcohol. I know everybody's having fun down here, okay, but that's a huge problem.
Yeah.
if you choose to have some fun, that's great. Have a designated driver, or make sure you're not having one too many, because we see that so many times. You'll be out there all day, you're having fun, you're seeing people, you're going on these rides, and then you make that one mistake at the end of the night down on the south end. You get back on the road and you either drop the bike or you get picked up for a DUI, which is a disaster either way.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can stay away from it, know your limits, have a designated driver, huge safety tip there.
Well, not to mention, you're out in the sun all day. Odds are you're going to be dehydrated, and 100%. It's going to affect you even more.
I'm getting dehydrated right now, and I'm just drinking water all day. You kidding me? Yeah, it's 80, 90 degrees out here today, so.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, look.
He made it.
Behind the camera is Ro, who's my husband, who on the way here today, his bike broke down. So you can imagine how stressed out that made me. Ro, poke your head behind us and just wave for a second. So he just poked up behind the camera, showing he's alive. So there he is, alive and well. He made it. I think a fuse blew or something. Who knows, man? But I was stressed out. I had to leave him on the side of the road to come and do this podcast. So my commitment to the lovely law firm is up there.
That's a good safety tip too, though, because people come down here, they don't know the
area.
Get out of here. Maybe it's four. Maybe you're a 4-pack of people. You're a group, small group, 10 people, and one of you wants to take off and ride one day. Well, tell your friends where you're going.
Yes.
Right. That's another great safety tip, because a lot of times you get lost. Nobody knows what's going on. And, things can happen, and you need help, right? And so, pick up the phone, text your friends, let them know what's going on, and definitely stay safe.
Yep.
I can keep going on and on and on. But
I know.
I want to end just the safety segment with our accident scene management classes.
Oh, good segue.
I don't know if you and Sarah talked about those, but we
touched on it, but not a lot.
Okay. Well, we sponsor these with Road Guardians, and it's an all-day class. It is complimentary from me. We sponsor those. And we have Peter Ham from the local hog chapter here as my instructor. And what we'll do is we'll spend all day together teaching safety tips. And not just tips like I'm talking about here, but hands-on tactics like helmet removal, securing yourself at the scene, jaw thrust procedure, tourniquet training, all those things that you need to know if you're ever involved in an accident on the side of the road. Now, why is that important? Well, EMTs only get 15 to 30 minutes, depending on where they're from, to get certified. The other thing is you're usually riding in a rural area, and you're not going to have time to make that 911 call, have the ambulance get out to you, and then get you back to our trauma center here at Grand Strand. And by the time that happens, you could pass away. So if you know these tips, you can basically save yourself or a fellow rider, because you're going to know how to save a life on the side of the road. And that's important to me. Yeah. It's important for us to teach them. We've been doing it for years.
Oh, yeah. And just to, further touch on that, I thought that was an interesting thing when I was learning about the ASM classes as far as the training for biker, emergencies. So EMTs, we love you. Thank you for what you do. But you don't get a ton of training specific to bikers.
Right.
So how you would respond to a biker who goes down is very different than how you would respond to a car accident and those injuries. And so that is really what this class is amazing for, is because you are there, providing life-saving tactics while the EMTs get there, but then also you're aware of what is specific to these bikers and those injuries. A lot of things pertaining to the helmet and how to safely remove that helmet, or do it or not, or how to remove them out of the highway so that they are safe without injuring a spine, or, those types of things. So everybody who goes to this ASM class, they always come out just amazed and grateful. Anybody who does the ASM, you can come back and take an advanced ASM class. Yeah. So it's like a level 2, and we have so many people that come back and they're ready to take that advanced one because they just learned so much and it was so great doing the first one.
So we've got that scheduled in October. Vicky Sanfilippo, who started Road Guardians, is coming down herself. She's going to teach that with Peter.
Oh, she's the best.
Yep. You can stop by our booth here or down at Beaver Bar this week and sign up for our classes. It's limited to 20 people per class because it's a real intimate setting. I bring breakfast for everybody. I bring lunch for everybody. I'll give you a speech and teach you about insurance during lunch. We do them over at Horry Georgetown Technical College. It's real fun. Everybody gets to know each other. If you have a group or a club that rides together and you want to do a private class, reach out to me and we can get that on the books. But we have one scheduled now for third week of June. We're taking July off for the holidays, and then we got one in August, and then that advanced class, I believe, is in October. But if you stop by our booths here, we can get you all set up.
Yeah, that's an awesome opportunity. And again, Justin sponsors that. So it's not like he's getting a deal and it's free for him and he only has to pay for the donuts in the morning. Like, that is like a pricey class that other areas pay like $100 per person to take, and Justin sponsors that because of how he wants safety promoted in our area with our bikers. So that is a really great opportunity that everybody should take advantage of.
Yep, and Sarah, myself, Amy, we go there and we'll sit with you, and you've got us one-on-one all day that day. So any questions that you have, we'll make sure when you leave there, your insurance is taken care of, you know how to save a life, and you're going to leave there better prepared to be on the roads here, because these roads are crazy. Okay, I know this is a fun week. Don't mean to be doom and gloom, but Rainey asked me to touch on safety. I'm looking here, everybody to look here.
We care about you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So phone number for the law firm is 843-839-4111. You can sign up through there, or you can head to myrtlebeachbikerlawyer.com or the lovely law firm, or sorry, just kidding, justiceslovely.com to head out and check out on all that stuff, get your questions answered, sign up for that event.
So we got some footage from a couple days ago. You want to run that and kind of talk
Yes,
through that?
I love watching this footage. So Danny, our
it's from today. Yeah, sorry.
Our videographer extraordinaire. No, Danny's a pro. He got video from today. We're going to show you some of the sites here.
Real cool.
Hydraulics are so
it's
fun.
Right across from us, right over here. So if you come see us and go right across here, you'll see
that was awesome.
Guys working on these.
Video, Danny. I might make you loop some of that in a second. I feel like there's so many things we didn't even get to chat about.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So you can see, though, that there's a ton going on here. There's tons of people here. I feel like this is one of the stops that you go to, like, at the beginning of the day. You know, like, you wake up, you get suited up, and you come here to Harley. You walk around. There's so many good vendors, and so you can get your bike fixed up while you're here, shop around inside the Harley shop. Come see the lovely law firm. That's the main thing you want to do when you wake up in the morning is come sign up for our contest that we got going on.
Yeah, so we've got the this QR code right here. There we go. This QR code.
Vanna White.
That you can come and sign up to. So we give $20,000 towards the bike of your choice away every year through NAML, the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. I was the past president of that. This year I get to take a year off, so that's great. I'm not the president, but I'm still on the board there. But last year, local biker, he's a local charter fisherman, Michael Hull won, and that was awesome. He went up to Redline Motorsports and chose him a Husqvarna Supermoto, drove Alf with it. We bought him a helmet. It was an awesome event. If you go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to that, you can see that video. But we're doing it again this year, and we hope get everybody signed up. You can do it by QR code or come back and sign it manually. And hopefully next year, or this year, another local guy wins it, we can shoot some more videos.
Yeah, that's an awesome contest because people think that they have to pay to even sign their name down. No, it's free. So you sign up, you provide us with your information, so if you win, we can get a hold of you, and it's free to do it, and then you get a free t-shirt. Yeah. It's like a win-win.
Yes, I made souvenir shirts again this year. I don't know if everyone can see the design on the back, so it's kind of cool. We've been known to do that. Randy, you designed them the last 2 years, right? And then this year I went what was my theme? It's funny how I got this Macho Man. I said Macho Man Biker Rally.
Oh, that makes sense.
And this is the design that we came up with.
I like it. It's like it rolled over the mud or something.
Yeah, or NWO. It was one of those wrestler things. I don't know.
So Justin is a wrestling fan.
Yeah. Well, I used to be.
He likes
I don't like the new stuff.
What's
I like
the guy? The Woo guy?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Yeah, y'all used to tease me and always buy me Ric Flair merchandise.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate, and I still wear when I need to motivate the team.
We got him a Ric Flair Woo shirt for Christmas one year, and he wears it though, so it's great.
If I walk in the office, that's a goal setting day, so we got something. We're making some big moves that day if I'm wearing that shirt for sure.
Hasn't he come to Myrtle Beach? I think he came to Myrtle Beach and was in like a Walmart shouting "woo" one time over the intercom.
Been here. I've seen him in the airport before. I mean, you never know where you're going to see that guy, man. He's all over the place. Still living life, living the dream.
Speaking of celebrities, we just had Vanna White here. When I was doing that, and I said Vanna White, it reminded me. So she's from Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, really, and she was just here for the golf tournament that we had. Yeah. So
that golf tournament turned out to be pretty big.
Oh my gosh,
like 40,000 people go to that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was wild.
Tons of people, tons of coverage, and a lot of well-known names that were out for that. So
that first place paid like $700,000. I didn't realize it was that big of a tournament. That guy made some money. Man.
See, I'm not big on golf. I don't really follow it that much, even though I live in the golf capital of the world.
Yeah, me either. I like to fish. I like to fish and practice law. That's about it.
Yeah.
I'm not good at golf.
No, that's fun. So anyway, what else we got going on here? Danny, you want to show kind of where we're at? You want to show the vendors around us? So we're right, if you're looking for us, when you come to Harley and you go to the back, we're right beside Rick Rack, which Rick Rack is really cool with knickknacks. So Danny's going to turn and show them beside us. They have all sorts of stuff they got going over there. Saddlebag, gun holsters. They're doing custom work on bikes.
Yeah, they've got everything. Anything that you need to customize your motorcycle, it's right next to us.
Audio.
Real cool. And then there's also a custom raffle over here, a real slick Harley that they're giving away as well to raise money on the other side of us.
Yep, there's the biker bar down there. So lots of cool stuff. You can't miss us when you come back here. We're right in the thick of things.
Full of swag.
And then we've got our girls here at the booth that are just waiting to greet you. We have Katie and Tia and Ashley, and then down at Beaver Bar, we've got Morgan and Emmy, who are veterans down there.
Did you go over our swag we're giving out this year?
No, but you can see some of it right there. So there's sunglasses. Yeah, we've got a deck of cards. People have been really excited about our swag this year because it's all free. I mean, this is just like handed to you. We've got slap koozies. That's been the best. Where are those slap? I'm going to grab one.
Yeah, go for it. Well, no, we try to do something different every year. People come see us, make sure you're not getting the same old stuff, and you got stuff to take home, either for yourself or give it to your kids or your grandkids. So you can say, hey, or if you're not telling your wife where you went this weekend, at least you can bring some toys home for the wife.
These things are like the hits. I mean, I feel like they're like fidget toys as much as they are slap koozies.
Yeah, it's very different. Everybody's got those lame koozies. This is a real koozie. So. Yeah.
And people were saying, these things are really great. One guy we had here on Monday was saying that he actually puts it on his spokes on his motorcycle or on his handlebars, and it's like you've always got a koozie with you wherever you go. So it's almost a collector's item for him. Nice. And then we got some of the same stuff. I just grabbed like one of our registration holders. These are great.
That's handy, so you keep your insurance. You ever get pulled over, you got our card, you know how to contact us. It gives you little tips on it, so that's real cool. Pretty popular.
Yeah, but we have some of our same stuff. We got patches. There's magnets for your car that you'll look for motorcycle magnets. I'm sporting mine all week on my vehicle. And I said sunglasses. We've also got some our contest sign-ups.
Nail files for the girls.
Nail
files. Stuff for the women. Don't
hairbrushes. Hairbrushes. They're foldable hairbrushes, so those are really cool too. Our chapstick is always like a number one hit. I have one of those everywhere I can think. There's one in my car, in my purse, at home, at work, everywhere. I love those things.
Awesome. Let's talk about some of these cases that we're helping bikers with. Not just a lot of times people think, hey, it's motorcycle accident. I don't want to talk about that. But there's other ways that we help bikers.
Yes.
A couple of ways that we're doing right now is we do a lot of work with veterans groups, and veterans ride. They ride motorcycles. And just a couple issues I need everybody to be aware of is you've probably seen our other videos. We're doing Camp Lejeune cases. Camp Lejeune we've been doing for several years now, but we're coming up on a hard deadline of August 10th of this year to get your administrative claim filed. If you don't have that filed, you will be forever barred from getting some of that Camp Lejeune fund money. So it's very, very important that we get your claim going. So if you're still on the fence and you're still wondering, do I have a claim, you need to reach out to me so I can talk to you. I'm probably going to stop signing cases into June, early July, just so I give myself a month or so to gather the documents so I can get the claim filed. But we represent hundreds of veterans, hundreds of Marines that have been affected by that.
Well, and here's the thing with that, too. A lot of times people are like, I don't really know for sure if it affected me or not. If you're not sure, you still need to reach out if you were there during that time frame. What was the time frame again?
Yeah, so if you served or loved one served there for 30 days, and it doesn't have to be 30 consecutive days, but at least 30 days between 1953 and 1987, and you're having health issues, you probably have a qualifying case, and so that's something we need to talk to you about.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt by just checking in and asking questions. A lot of times people don't want to get involved with the law because they get scared, but it's really an easy process. It's all made to help you. So,
and so what we anticipate the government's going to finally provide these Marines with some relief after that statute runs. And so I know a lot of people have been frustrated that signed up with me, 2.5 years ago, but everybody has to realize it's a long process, and the government's not going to pay anybody fair value unless you fight for it and work the claim up. So again, August 10th is the deadline. Just to give everybody an update, the court has scheduled Track 1, Track 2, and Track 3, established those diseases that will be going first, second, and third.
Wow.
There's 5 conditions in Track 1. That's bladder cancer, kidney cancer, leukemia, Parkinson's disease, and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So those are the ones we anticipate. There's probably going to be a trial by the end of the year, this year in 2024, and then Track 2 and Track 3 will proceed after that. But there's a lot of claims. There's over 227,000 claims filed. And so if you're still on the fence, studies said there was probably 1 million Marines through that time period from 1953 to 1987 that could have been affected by the contaminated water. So, there's 227,000 claims filed. It's going to be a long process, but you got to get it filed by August 10th or you're never going to be able to get a recovery on it.
That's nuts. August is coming up quick. I remember when this whole thing started, it just flew by.
Yep.
Man.
And it's going fast as any... well, I guess you would call it a mass tort. It's a governmental mass tort, water contamination claim than anything I've ever been involved in. So that's good, though, because the fund and the law was passed to provide relief for Marines and our servicemen. So,
lovely law firm. Reach out.
Let's do it. The other thing that we're helping that's popped up where could be a lot of bikers is AFFF litigation. And what that is aqueous film forming foam.
Say that 5 times fast.
I can't, but I'll say it once. That's it. So we short AFFF. So this is happening down in Charleston. It's a mass tort. And so basically any firefighters, what we're looking for, who were exposed to firefighting foam, whether you were military or civilian, this was used by civilian agencies or civilians training on military bases is where we're seeing a lot of these. But if you were a firefighter or closely associated at all, we're signing those cases. But we're looking for if you were exposed or were working with this material for at least 1 year. Basically what's happened is it ran off, it got into your skin, you did not have adequate protective clothing on, and you were not warned of this. And so that's kind of the basis of this lawsuit.
When was that foam used? Was that recent, or is that
it's been
a while
going
ago?
on. Yeah, it's been going on since 1960. So anyone that's done this since 1960 to present day, I'm signing those cases.
So they're still using the foam?
Well, some places are, but it's been outlawed in a lot of places as well. It's bad stuff. It's leaking into our groundwater. This is what's causing cancers. If you read the news, they've already settled a lot of the municipal groundwater contamination cases around the U.S., paying for the cleanup for, for instance, Myrtle Beach, Horry County, whoever is a municipal water supply. And now, but what we're pursuing is the individual personal injury claims for firefighters who would have been exposed because they were overly exposed to it by having to train with it or use it in the course of their employment.
That stuff blows my mind. When you're just doing your job, you're just living life,
and then years later, it develops.
That's
well,
crazy.
it's sad. It's what it is,
Absolutely.
man. And somebody needs to be held accountable, and that's part of our mass tort practice. We take these cases, and we're out here at Bike Week. The reason I'm saying it now is just a proportionate number of veterans ride together and have these groups that we always help and give back to their charities, and so I always try to inform them of these new litigations.
Yeah. Yeah, this could be affecting you. And, that's another just sad part about it. You have people that are really, doing a public service. I mean, what the heck? It's just terrible. So,
yeah. And so, yeah, exactly. So as plaintiffs' lawyers, are they going to try that case in a jury in Charleston?
No.
Oh, we're going to have a fight. No, they're going to pay it. They're going to settle it. I mean, they might try one or two, but I mean, if they do, that'll be a disaster. So, a disaster for them, not for the plaintiffs.
Right.
So, and I think they know it too, and that's why they start settling the municipal water claims, and then hopefully we can get a settlement for these firefighters who essentially gave their life.
Yeah. Is it the same kind of thing as far as the firefighters versus the Camp Lejeune, as far as like if they have any injuries and they were there during that time, out, or is it certain?
Yeah. Ones? So here I need a year of exposure, over 20 years of age, less than 80. Since 1960, that's what the science is supporting, and then it's a certain set of injuries. So liver cancer, kidney cancer, testicular cancer, ulcerative colitis, thyroid disease, pancreatic cancer, or prostate cancer if you're under 50. So if you have any of those, that's what the science supports, that the AFFF foam to a reasonable degree of scientific certainty caused. So that's what we're going to be able to prove.
So, I mean, serious stuff there. Sad, but at the same time, if you did struggle with this stuff, I mean, this is some compensation for you.
Some people may have both. Some people could have a Camp Lejeune claim, and you're also exposed to the firefighter.
I hope not.
Yeah, if you were a firefighter, working up in Camp Lejeune. So we screen everything. If you don't qualify for one, you may qualify for another. The biggest thing, give us a call at my intake team. Review everything for you, and then you'll have an attorney review, and we'll figure out if there's a way we can seek compensation for you.
You said that, a lot of bikers are veterans, and so that's part of why we want to make sure we get the word out to them. But I'm just curious, on a side note, I'd love to know exactly how many bikers are veterans. Wouldn't that be an interesting fact to know? Like the professions of bikers, and how many were veterans and how many are women, there's a lot that are coming up that are women.
Yeah.
Just I don't know.
So
stats.
Motorcyclist demographics. Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Because what's funny to me about bikers is you have the group of bikers that are like legit, like hardcore bikers, and that's just who they are. Like they're mechanics, they're like people who work with their hands, and then you have the people that are I don't know if I want to call them fake bikers, but they are the doctors, the lawyers, the people who never dress in black leather ever until they go to like a rally,
Yeah.
Well, it cracks me up.
That's the cool thing too. It's a mix of all kinds of people from all sorts of life, and everybody can get together. But it's the camaraderie of everything, and like you kind of mentioned the veterans. Well, they're used to that, working as a Marine in the Army, in the Navy, and then they can come back when they're out of the service, ride together, and that's one place where we can get together is they ride with a
It is really
group.
cool. Yeah, and you don't know who's who. Everybody's there, meeting in the middle. So that is a cool thing of it.
Yeah.
Justin rides.
Yes, I do.
Justin and his wife Amy ride, which is a cool fact, I think.
Yeah. I almost had a fall on that charity bike, wherever the picture is over here, because we had it at an ASM training, and Amy took it around. We trailered it home. I told you this, right?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah. So I took it home, and I was riding in my neighborhood, and I was like, what is going on with this thing? And the damn gas gauge or something was messed up on it. Actually, Ro got it fixed for me. But, I ran out of gas going pretty fast, and luckily I was in my neighborhood and got to the side of the road. But that would have been bad. It's funny to laugh about it now, but it's not funny too. So
I would have loved to.
I need to practice what I preach and check my gauges and everything, and practice my safety tips that I preach to everybody else.
That bike though is off the chain. We had 701 Cycles in Conway basically create that bike from scratch, and they did a paint job on that. It's a veteran bike, so it has a veteran themed paint job on it. So there's paratroopers coming down, some guys carrying somebody else on their back, and they've got an eagle painted on the front, the American flag's in the middle. So I cannot wait to see who wins that bike. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Have y'all been to the South End? You've been getting out riding anything, or it's just Ro's
I have not
been.
Just Ro. I have not been to the South End yet, but that's where a lot of fun's happening.
Oh yeah, that's what I hear.
I feel like that's where you go toward at night. Like you stop here in the day, you do your shopping, you meet with your vendors, you get your bike souped up, and then you head to the party zone down in the South End where you got the bands and the beer and all the things.
Suck Bang Blow had some pretty big people coming in, I think.
They always have some top names.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to look and see who they have, but they always have
Yeah.
some pretty big names over there.
Seems like everybody comes and checks in with us down at the Beaver Bar and then goes to
goes
Suck,
there.
Bang, and Blow for
Yep.
the
Yep.
concerts.
Agreed. That name always kills me. SBB name. So I am local to Myrtle Beach. Okay, so I grew up in Myrtle Beach, and SBB used to be at a different location. But you can imagine someone growing up here and being like, "Oh, like, what does that mean? That's kind of weird." And then they cover themselves by saying, you know, "Oh, it's about the bike, you know, it sucks in the blah 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 and the exhaust and whatever." And you're like, I
always like the old location better.
I do too. I mean, I
tore it
didn't
down.
go,
They
but
tore it
you've
down to
been
make a
outside.
Walmart. You never went?
No, I didn't go. I was like, I don't know,
Yeah,
young.
when I first moved down here, this is right before I guess they did the helmet law stuff. That kind of ruined this week moving forward. But that was way better because you would always start over there, then you go to Beaver, and then you go to the Suck, Bang, and Blow location now, and it was real cool, man. That was had all the bands inside there, big warehouse. They've since, as you all know, you should know, I don't know if you know, but they tore it all down and made a Walmart Supercenter.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, that whole block was Suck, Bang, and Blow.
Walmart taking over the world. What's like your favorite spot to go? Because I know that you and Amy used to ride a lot more before you had your kids.
I like
and
the
once you
Beaver
have
Bar,
kids,
hang out, sit in a rocking chair, and just chill. That's what I like. My wild days are gone. I don't do that stuff anymore. I'm either that or I'm a homebody.
Yeah, you're out fishing all the time. If you follow Justin on Facebook, which you should, because he has some really funny posts. He always posts these catches that he gets with the fish.
Yeah.
So
I caught some pretty big ones. I'm getting better at it.
You were like, I don't even know, but yeah, he's got some big ones over there, and then he's always coaching these YMCA games and stuff. So it's pretty funny to see what he's got going on.
Yeah, I've
outside.
got my kids have absorbed my football itch, and so they've suckered me into coaching years ago, and now I love it. So I'm always doing it. And we always win our leagues, and so I got to keep representing the lovely law firm championship trophy that we're going again next week. We're doing it again for the playoffs. So I'm going to repeat.
Justin doesn't do anything halfway. Okay,
we got to go hard or go home.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, though, my oldest son's team, we've lost every game. What's going on? The wind's blowing.
Do you like that? That was pretty stealthy. I
good.
saw it, and I pushed it back.
My oldest son's team, we've lost every single game. It's hilarious, but we're going into the playoffs as the 8th seed, and I told the kids it's a new season. Starts Thursday. Tomorrow. Starts tomorrow. We go 3-0. We win the league. So.
Oh Lord.
We'll see what happens.
See what I mean?
Never give
He's
up.
He's competitive.
Yeah.
I would feel like I would be equally happy and scared if you were my coach. Like, yeah, we're gonna win. Like, oh crap, like we're gonna get yelled at.
I think the kids are. Some of them are they're laughing, having a good time, but some look terrified the whole time.
Yeah,
so.
I can understand that.
That's
I
fine.
relate to this.
Until they get to know me. They just got to get to know me.
So, just to remind everybody, we are here at Harley Davidson on the south end of Myrtle Beach for the spring rally. We've got a couple booths here behind Harley Davidson. We are doing a giveaway for $20,000 towards the bike of your choice. That is free to enter, super fun. We had a winner last year who got a really cool bike, and then we're giving away a ton of free swag. So we've got Danny who's moving the camera so you can kind of see.
Get a live look.
Yeah, what it looks like over here. So we've got this swag table. We've got that motorcycle raffle for our veterans bike. We've got Rick Rack, who's our neighbors over there. Lots of bikes, lots of people walking around. So definitely come out and see us. Again, we are here from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day through Bike Week. And then we have another booth down at Beaver Bar. We've got our girls, Morgan and Emmy, down there doing the same thing. So you can sign up with them for that contest or with us here at Harley Davidson. But you can also visit us online, right? JusticeIsLovely.com. We've got Justin Lovely here, who's the Myrtle Beach biker lawyer, so you can check him out online as well. And then he is everywhere that you consume your social media. So TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the things. He is there. You got to check his TikTok out, though.
You forgot the back of the bus.
That's what you're known for. I still, to this day, I still get texts all the time that's like, I see Justin. So his face is plastered on the back of our city transportation buses, so you can't miss him. Bikers, if you're riding around, you'll probably see him staring at you. So,
I love it.
Any last words, Justin?
I think we've said enough for today. We'll come up with some more stuff, but yeah, just everybody stay safe out there. Stop by the booth, say hi, sign up for our accident scene management classes. Hopefully you learned a little bit about these mass torts we're helping with, and if you have any issues with your motorcycle at all, any kind of insurance problems, give me a call. We'll talk to you, examine your policy, and give you a free consultation.
Love it. And don't forget those ASM classes if you want to sign up for
very,
those
very important.
safety-wise. All right, well, we'll see you guys tomorrow.